Okay, we'll try to keep this short, but I said I would give Jack my opinion on the new album since you guys are talking about it tomorrow. I've listened to it twice fully through. I think starting to get through a couple songs a third time, but I have a hard time these days taking an hour out of my day to listen to albums fully through. So I have to I have to take more time in between songs, so it doesn't really play fully the way it's supposed to. But the first time I did it was the first fully through song one, two song. Was it 11? 10? Can't remember. Anyways, so when I first heard Nobody, like I said before, I was very, very disappointed. Was very let down. Wasn't really sure what I wanted out of it. Didn't even listen to the next two singles because I was like, what if I don't like those? And then I heard when they were touring with Falling in Reverse, and I was scared. I'm going to tell you, I was scared because I thought we were going to get a Falling in Reverse album. I thought they were going to fuse metal and pop together. And I just, no. Okay, I'm going to say it. I've heard Sleep Token. It's not for me because what they're doing is not what I want to hear when I hear a song. I just want to hear one song, like one vibe. You know what I mean? I just want to hear one vibe. I don't want to hear like a pop beat and then it go to a metal breakdown and then a pop post-hardcore chorus to finish the song off. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of what Falling in Reverse is. So I can't listen to that. So I was scared because, as you can hear in Nobody, there's a lot of hip hop vibes, right? So I was scared. But I listened to the first song, Game Over, and only one thing came to mind, and that was System of a Down. 100% can hear Surge singing that song, and it would be System of a Down instead of Avenged Sevenfold. Which doesn't surprise me one bit because they have toured together. I'm pretty sure they're pretty good buddies. But anyways, I thought it was pretty much your typical Avenged Sevenfold opener. It has Sin solo and he's going wacky in it and everything. Why didn't they release that one first? Everybody would have been pumped for this album if they played that one first. I'm sorry. The first song on the album, I made this point when we went into this before. And yeah, so already at 3 minutes, I'm going to move on from Game Over. That was my opinion on that song. If they played that one as the first single, there is nobody in the world that is not pumped for that album. But I feel like they released Nobody to get the reaction because they like to do that. And they pretty much did that with the hacking thing as it was. So they like to troll you, and I feel like that's what they did there. They wanted people to talk about them. And I think it was a really good move because last time they did the whole surprise thing and it was like, oh, okay, we did okay, but we didn't sell as much as we wanted to. Anyways, going on to Mattel, and Mattel is kind of cool too. I think those two are the only metal songs you can really hear on the album, and I feel like they put them in the beginning of the album for that reason because they want to give you familiarity before they move on to what they actually want to give you in this album. And that's why I wanted to hear Game Over first. But it's whatever, it's in the past. Mattel was cool. I don't really have much to say about that one. There was a couple catchy leads in it that got stuck in my head. Nobody kind of sounded better mixed in, but I still don't like that transition into the solo. I feel like if they had a really talented violinist that could actually have played the notes that Sin played, it would have sounded better. But I know why they did it with Sin. Like it's Avenged Sevenfold. He has to play the solo. Then we get to We Love You, and that one, I kind of don't like the talking part but it's whatever. I think if he would have screamed it, it would have sounded better. But I don't know if he could have screamed that long without hurting his vocal cords. If there's anything that I have to say about this album, it's that I feel like it is entirely surrounded by his vocal technique. And they did that. I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but they ended up doing that, is what I'm trying to say there. And then we go on to my favorite song on the album, which is Cosmic. Definitely the best song on the album. I hope they release that as a single, and I hope it becomes Song of the Year. That ending outro melody got stuck in my head immediately. That is what I expect out of this band. Beautiful Morning. We get into the songs that I haven't really listened to fully. Like, I have listened to them twice, but I still have things to say about them, so I'm just gonna skip through them because I'm already at 6 minutes and this is already too long. But we're gonna go easy. Beautiful Morning was I hear Sin singing on this the second time I listened to it, so that's as far as I got this morning on my third through. So not much to say about that, but I think it's cool that he's singing. But I want to hear Zachy sing too. Easier is, I think, my second favorite song on the album because it's so fucking bluesy, and I wouldn't be surprised if PG is playing something on that song. But yeah, I think that's my second favorite. And then we get to the trilogy, which the only thing I have to say about that is when I heard Ordinary, I was waiting for the song to explode into distortion, if that makes sense. Like, it was just building and building and building, and I just wanted to hear a distorted chorus instead, but they didn't end up doing that. So that was the only really, I guess you could say, critique, is if I was writing that song, that is probably the one thing I would have done different. And then Life is But a Dream, the piano outro, I think I only listened to that once. And I think that's cool. And the only thing I have to say to finish it all off is I feel like if they wrote this album when the Rev was still alive, it would have been the Pink Floyd album that everyone is saying that it is. Not that Brooks is not a really good drummer, but this is right up the Rev's alley, and he was all about that kind of music, right? Playing his goth rock and whatnot. But anyways, 8 minutes here. Probably won't end up playing the whole thing in the video. Just you can take parts out and whatever if you want. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. I am definitely not going to throw it in the trash. But I just kind of wish they opened it up differently. That's it.